Sunshine Kelly here, two-time master's level trainer, nutrition coach, and licensed psychologist. In this video, we're going to go over lots of these small and extremely important details that go into making Sunshine Fitness Company the hybrid boutique that it is. Scott and I want to thank you for being a part of Sunshine Team and want to make sure that we are pouring into you so that not only you can be successful, but feel good and excited about coming here each time you come to serve our guests and give them an experience. So start with me here with a little visual. I want you to imagine that your friend has invited you over their house and you've driven up in your car to their house. It's a beautiful home, nice beige, maybe some red shutters, and you walk up to the door, and your friend opens the door with a big smile. And your friend says, "Hi, Jamie, come on in." And they hold the door open for you. "Hey, let me take your jacket. Let me hang your purse. Let's go into the kitchen. I have coffee brewing for us." In that example, your guest greeted you with a smile, took your coat and purse, and told you where to go. That's what it needs to be here at Sunshine Fitness Company. So let me take you through the process of from when you get here at least 15 minutes before the experience and take you through setup and the small details that really do matter. So here we go. Pretend I'm coming for the first time, so the lights would be off. I'm unlocking the door, so I've kicked off my street shoes, of course, right? I didn't actually step outside, but I kicked off my street shoes. I turn on the light, I look for bad guys. No bad guys. Okay. Then we put out the sign and the hand sanitizer. It's small, but they're going to expect it because they should every time. And then second, the clean carpet. So that when they take their street shoes off, they can walk on a clean carpet. So at the end of class, when we bring it in, we vacuum it, right? Make sure the clean carpet is nice and flat, no corners folded over. Again, the small things matter. You want to close the door and lock it, lock it, lock it, lock it. And if I don't say it enough, only you are going to touch the door. Only you, to greet your guests and to say goodbye to them. Second, immediately go over and turn the heat on. Especially in the winter, it's really cold, and in the summer, it's really hot. Did you just hear the heat go on? That's because it was on. Okay, so you turn the heat on all the way to the left. You can adjust the temperature. You want your class to be at about 67, no higher. So you can just down arrow until it says 67 and actually leave the heat on. The heat probably won't come on during your class because you're going to heat them up. So far we've opened the door, we've kicked our shoes off, we look for bad guys. We put hand sanitizer and carpet out, and we turn the heat on immediately. Next, you want to create that experience, that mood. So, I'm going to make sure you can see me, and I think that you can because we're reflecting in the mirror. There we go. Whatever device you're going to play your music on, return this third knob, which is music aux, it says music 3, turn it all the way down. And I have an example of how you would plug in your phone. Now this one's an older one, so it can charge. The white cord is the charging cord, and then the black cord is the aux cord. Since it's an old phone, it doesn't need a dangle. But if I were using this phone, we keep a dangle right here. You know where to look for it, and you would attach your dangle. When you're done using the dangle, put it back right here so we know where it's at every time. Second, this is the refrigerator. It's not a bookshelf. We don't put things on here. Why? This is small. small, but it's a feeling of being scattered, okay? We want everything very clean, very boutique. I just had people here at the studio that have never seen it and talked about how clean feeling it is here. Put your device up here, okay? I don't love that these cords are here, and I might eventually do something about it. Sometimes I have the iPad way out here, which is why I have a long cord. But only electronic devices go up on this mixer. There are no other things on here. I mean nothing. No candles, no water bottles, zero. Zero things go up here, okay? Again, important, these are electronics, and we keep things clean. The reason I have my laptop open is because my husband watches me during the day to keep me safe. So far, again, we have kicked our shoes off, unlocked the door. We have turned on the light, we put the hand sanitizer out, and the carpet. We came in, and we immediately turned the heat on. We came in and plugged our phone in. The volume is down. Next, you turn the mixer on. The reason it's already on is so you can hear me on the mic, but this is important, so listen. Turn the mixer on, then the speakers. Mixer, speakers, okay? The speakers, I'm gonna turn this way. The speakers have a switch just like on the mixer. Take your left hand, put it up the back of the speaker until you feel it. It's about there. Okay, it's like a, you just push it up. So you turn both your speakers on. You want music going when they come in for the experience. And the music should mimic the experience. So if it's yoga, I'm not playing Linkin Park, right? If it's a pumped up class, I might be playing Linkin Park. You never know. Maybe Tick Tock Boom or Tick Tick Boom. Okay, we've opened the doors, put the hand sanitizer out in the carpet. We've turned the heat on. We've put our phone on the mixer. In here, we've turned on the speakers. Next, you're going to get your class set up. I've put out a couple setups to show you an example because we are here to serve, right? So at home, you would give someone their coffee cup, right? This is a yoga setup in the corner where we go in a circle, right? You want that inclusive feeling. It brings people together when we're like this. Now, here's something to think about. The person that's over by the door, you don't want people to come in and step on their mat. So here in the studio, if they came in right now, if they're not mindful, what are they going to do? Bonk. They're going to step right on this mat. So here's how I measure it. I take the first mat that I'm going to set out, and I put it right, and I put it a couple inches forward. I use this wood beam. Now I've watched, every time I put a mat here, guess what happens after everyone comes in? This person is going to come in and do this. They're going to try and get away from you, which is fine once the class starts, but not fine when people are walking in. So again, in the circle, use this board for the back of the mat. And then make your circle. If you know that two people are coming that don't keep a mat here, you leave a space for them. And then use a mat that is here for someone that's coming and put it out here. Now, think about the camera. You don't want this person's butt in the camera, okay? So this mat here for yoga needs to be out of that camera range, right? So if the camera's shooting in this lane, you wouldn't want the mat here because it's gonna block. Push it over. We have room for about 5 or 6 mats in this circle, okay? If it's not a yoga class, say it's a strength training class and you're gonna teach it right here, and it's gonna be more of less like a circle and more 2, 2, and 2. So I set up one mat right here to show, and look, I put their equipment to the right side. You want it out of the way of their feet, okay? So this mat, again, think about their experience. We have to come get our shoes and our mat if they weren't already set out for us. We don't want to step on that mat. But I've had to have 3 or 4 people in this row. So this person, once everybody's set up, you come over and you just pull them up a little bit. They need to be there because inevitably, you know, everyone's going to stand behind their mat. And especially in this corner, they need to be able to see right here. So you could even fold it over just for them so everyone else can get their shoes. And then you build behind and stagger a little bit. And the weights are to the right, so they're not tripping over, right? So both lanes are not tripping. If you're in the instructor, as of now, the camera will still be on this wall. I do have an iPad wall one that we're going to put straight ahead, but for now, it comes right here. That means when you are in camera, this dark spot of the wood is as far forward as we want you to be, because if you go any farther forward, that camera can't see you. And this mirror is kind of your backdrop. Okay, so between that wood and this mirror is where you want to be, in the treadmill and the carpet. That's your area to teach it. We do not put anything on this treadmill. We don't put shoes. We don't put water. We don't put our playlist or our anything. You'll notice I've started putting my shoes under there. Again, when things are on surfaces, it gives an unconscious sense of being disorganized. And we want to give people peace when they come here. So your water is over here, okay? It's not out here. It's not on the refrigerator. Kind of put it off to the side, out of the camera view. We want this to look clean. You have whatever you're going to use for the day, and then I put my notes right here. Notes are fine, just put them on the ground, but make it clean. So this is your teaching area. Then you need to make sure the floor's vacuumed, because that blue carpet tends to get speckles even after you vacuum. The bathroom has toilet paper. The bathroom has napkins to dry your hands, and that the garbages are empty. Again, why does it matter? You do not want to come and have a garbage overflowing. You know, again, these are little things, but they are an indication to our guests that we take care of this area, this boutique studio, which means we're going to take care of them, right? Are there enough napkins here? If there's any doubt that there's enough, I'm not going to turn the light on because the blower will turn on. There are more napkins up here, and I'll put more toilet paper. I have it in the next room. There's more soap. There's face spray. You're welcome to use it. There's perfume in here. There's deodorant. That might be weird. I do face pads sometimes. I kept that in there for the lotion. So again, is the toilet clean? Is the sink clean? Garbage is clean, right? All these small things matter. All right, let's move on to the class. I have a few things that will really enhance your class and how we begin a class. So here, you know what, I gotta back up for 1 second because I skipped a couple things, like letting your guests in. Okay, you have your recording device. You want it up on the wall, you want it going. So we want to be in the Facebook membership group streaming before we let our guests in. Because when we open that door, we're ready to go. We're set up, our music is on, their mats are out, if you can get their equipment. If you can't, I get that. But do as much for them as you can before you get here. Again, 15 minutes. Not 6, not 10, 15. All right, so let's invite our guests in. Let's see what that looks like. Remember, you're inviting your guests for an experience like it's your home, because we want them to feel like it's Cheers in here. Okay, we want them to feel like they belong. That's why we keep our mats and our shoes here. We've turned on the music. We have the heat on. All right, we start here. This curtain, you have to come up high and pull it all the way across. I've noticed people do this. I want you to pull it all the way across. And then there's a hook right here. It's a magnet. and then pull it again and straighten it out. Okay, make that look clean. This one pulls the opposite direction. So people now see, when that left curtain opens, they know it's go time and they're getting out of their cars. So again, make this clean. See if you turn that white part behind. So it's left, right, door. You are the only person that touches the door. Unlock, open, and you want to greet your guests. Hi, hey Cheryl, how are you? Cheryl's over there with her shoes. Hey Stephanie, it's so good to see you. Anita, I'm glad you could make it. Did you sanitize? Great, thank you so much. Did you sanitize? And you slowly do this with the door you're holding on. Cheryl, I have you set up over here, ready to go today. Christine, I'm going to have you go right between Cheryl and Anita, you're going to be right here. And Stephanie, you're going to be here. Anisha, you're going to be right here. Lock the door. As you are closing the door, because you let your guests in, you close the door. They're all in, they all come in at once. You close the door. You close the door. Lock the door. Close and lock. Okay? Everybody, I am so glad that you're here today. I just realized, did you feel that pause? I forgot to have you plug in the salt lamps. See? You don't do it every time. We're not perfect. I know it's a lot to remember. I don't expect you to be perfect, but I'm trying to go through all of it. You would not, hopefully, be doing this after they already got here because it's part of the experience. But I'm trying to remember everything. I know it's a lot. Friends, I put out the 15-pound kettlebells and the 8-pound dumbbells, and that's all you need for today. We're going to hang our coats and our purses up. Purses have germs on the bottom of them, and again, it makes it feel disorganized if they're on the ground. We want it clean. If somebody leaves a purse on the ground, you just politely ask them, hey, would it be okay if I hang this for you? Serve them. You take one coat hanger, no more, so if you've got 12 things, make it go on all one hook. If you have a purse or a bag, it goes in the back room, not on the floor anywhere, okay? We don't want things on the floor, we want it to be clean. Again, it gives a feeling. And I've studied this. I've been an event manager, I'm a psychologist, these things matter. Finally ready to go to the class part. The setup takes more than what I want to tell you about the class part. I'm going to back you up here so you can see me. I know this video, I'll try and wrap it up without taking too much more of your time, but really you only need to watch it once. I'm going to set this down for sake of pretending it's on the wall. All your guests are set up for their experience, not a workout, not a class, an experience. Keep telling yourself that. There are guests, they're here for their experience. Hi, I'm Sunshine Kelly, 2-time master's level expert, nutrition coach, and licensed psychologist. In today's Total Body Sunshine experience, we're going to be using 15-pound kettlebells and 8-pound dumbbells. I have 3 guidelines for today. Number 1, you got to have fun. If you don't want to do the burpees we're doing later and you want to have a dance body, have at it. Number 2, if you don't like the move today, don't do it. Your replacement move for today is a body weight squat. And number 3, there are going to be moments that you want to quit, that are going to be hard, that you're going to want to take a break. I want you to remember how strong you are. Okay? In 3, 2, 1, music cue. Introduction. We introduce ourselves. We tell them what experience it is, Total Body Sunshine experience, and we tell them what equipment they need. Sometimes I give a replacement move, sometimes I don't, but I tell them what class, what equipment, name, class, all that. You need an introduction. The more you do it, the more you can say the same thing. They'll start to go, okay, she's going to say 2-time master's level trainer, or 2-time master's level expert, nutrition coach, and licensed psychologist. In today's class, ooh, see? Still gotta get that out of my vocabulary. In today's Total Body experience, we're gonna be using 15-pound kettlebells and 8-pound dumbbells. We go through the class, we do it. The first warm-up song needs to be killer, like killer. Like Tick Tick Boom or Work by John. Let's see if I have this pulled up. You know why? Because it's the first thing that they're gonna hear. All right, I've plugged in my phone. Come on, go up. Go up. Yeah, of course when you want something to work, it doesn't, right? Not my normal phone. Not now. I just need you to work. All right, here we go. Are you ready? In 3, 2, 1. Yeah! You bring the energy, right? Right? So you're around here, you got them all pepped up with your intro and then, right? We don't want to do that. All right, you are teaching your class. It has gone great. You've thought about your transitions between blocks or sets. You have cued them with positive affirmation. You're more likely to get them to do what you want them to do if you tell them what you want them to do. And when you see it, tell them. You're more likely to get them to do it than saying, don't do this, stop doing that. Is there a place for that? 100%. But you're more likely to get someone to do a squat when you see them do it well once. Oh my gosh, Cheryl, you did such a great job of getting your hips down. Me? You used your name. We're programmed to respond to our name. As often as you can, use their name. Get to know our members online. Therese, I know that in your kitchen you have carpet. She has carpet in her living room. So when we get to the gliders, make sure you're in your socks, or you can take the glider part out of the lunge. So you're speaking right to her, right? We have 2 audiences and we can't ignore one for the other. We can't talk all of the camera, ignore our guests in person, or just pretend that like, oh yeah, whatever, you can just watch. We have to tend to both, you have to multitask. And you're amazing, you can do that. Okay, we've taught our class. Now we need a cool down that's our own. Melissa is amazing at giving, setting intentions for how we leave after our workout. She'll give a motivating spiel, if you will, and then we finish. Stephanie, of course, we end with Shavasana, and you always have a good spiel at the end. And Jamie, you are great about having us breathe in and turn our hands and get rid of the negative. So each of you has that already in your toolbox. So I want to affirm that and say, keep going with that. So we expect that. Like off the top of my head, I can think of the way that all of you finish. And if you're an instructor that hasn't come on the team yet, and you're watching this video now, I look forward to automatically knowing what your cool down is. Okay, so we've cooled down. You leave your equipment. You will hand me your equipment after they leave. We have our spray bottles over here. If you could kindly wipe down your equipment right here. And if anybody needs a water, please help yourself in the fridge. We have a snack basket. Maybe you take it out, maybe not. They're getting going. Someone might engage you in conversation. If not, make your way to the door and stand there to say goodbye to your guests. Is it possible all the time? No. But as much as possible, can you open the door and let your guests leave? Just like you would at their house. You wouldn't just be in the kitchen and be like, bye, let yourself out. We want this to be such a unique experience. I'm trying to think of anything else. What do you think? you have tools in your box, right? Class is over, you've delivered the experience, you've done an amazing job. Later in the day, do you think it would feel good if they got a text from you or something in the membership group? It would feel incredible, and they'd want to come back to get more. Words of affirmation is one of the 5 love languages. So if you want to continue to build your crew and your loyalty here at Sunshine, build the relationship. You're all very, very kind. You bring your personality here, and that's what makes you you, and that's why you're on this team. Scott and I are so blessed to have you as teammates. We appreciate you, we adore you, and we're here to help you help yourself be amazing. Thank you for watching. Let us know what questions you have, and if you have tools that you want to share, please. We know you do.